Hiya, this is Deane. This is my shirt from Sheffield United, and I'm going to tell you about the story behind the shirt. So, every time I see this shirt, I think of a game for Sheffield United at Arsenal where we lost 2-0 and I got substituted after 20 minutes. There's actually a picture, and I always think that the picture is of me in that game because I remember the hairstyle and all the rest of it. But the significance of the game was I got substituted after 20 minutes because I didn't have any energy. I didn't feel well. I knew there was something wrong. So we travel up, and then in the morning on the Monday, Dave Bassett calls me in the office and he says, Deane, he says, listen, I'm not happy with you. I think you've been tapped up. He says, you haven't been the same player since you've come back from that England tour in the summer. And I was like, well, listen, no one's tapped me up. You know, I don't understand what's going on at the moment. He said, listen, I've got an offer on the table from Crystal Palace. They bid 2.7 million. Ian Wright had just signed for Arsenal and they were looking for a replacement. And I said, well, listen, if you want me to go, then that's something for me to consider, but I don't feel right at the moment. Something's not quite right with me. So I left the office that day, and the next day we had a cup game against Wigan in the cup. We won 2-0. I scored both the goals, but again after the game I felt shocking. Got on the bus and just felt hot, cold, sweats, the lot. Couldn't sleep that night when I got home. The next morning was a day off, but I went to see the physio, Derek French. I said, French, listen, there's something wrong. I don't feel totally right at the moment. Can I go get a blood test? Went and had a blood test, discovered that I'd had glandular fever for 6 weeks. And, you know, my tonsils were bothering me. It was sweats every night. I had to change the sheets every day. It was a horrendous time. So I was out of action for about a month or so. Anyway, got a half-hearted apology from Harry, as you do, and obviously I was off then. My next game back was against the old enemy Sheffield Wednesday in the cup. And we won 2-0 at home, and I managed to score. That was my comeback game, so I was delighted with the result there as well. Fantastic game it was. Atmosphere was unbelievable. So that was that. Then the other memory I have of this shirt, very briefly, was I actually scored a goal against Sheffield Wednesday away, where it's Glyn Hodges put a brilliant ball in the box, and I've got between Chris Woods and Carlton Palmer and nodded it in. So yeah, two great memories. I absolutely love this shirt. It's a brilliant shirt. Obviously, still fits me because I've been quite fortunate as a skinny kid. But no, great memories from this shirt, and I'll keep this forever. Thank you.